really a time to focus and become way more aware of really what's happening. I know sometimes we get caught up in our own world, you know, and then a lot of us aren't aware of certain things, but let's not turn a blind eye in a time like this.
Wait, you're annoying.
Stay meeting. Good. ETA on the way. ETA on the way. ETA what?
On the way.
Believe that.
It's just like yours.
Right now I got $4.6 million.
Well,
not after this moment.
Kinda.
Instagram new update, thank you.
That's what makes this life a journey.
Home family vacation.
This is really insane, Quincy Brown. After a shocking federal leak revealed some shocking new evidence connected to Kim's mysterious death, Diddy's adopted stepson and Kim Porter's son completely broke down in court. What transpired in that courtroom has people seriously wondering if we've been fed lies for years. Let's take a moment to reflect. Kim Porter had 4 children, including Quincy, whose biological father is Ali, but Diddy raised him as his own from the age of 3. Even after they split up, they continued to co-parent and remain close as a family. But ever since Kim passed away, people in her inner circle have felt that something was wrong.
You're getting up, getting out, and getting something. That's how you grow. You're imprisoning yourself by staying in one place. Solitary confinement, that's what you're doing to your life.
When Kim was discovered dead inside her Los Angeles home in 2018, the official cause was pneumonia. However, not everyone believed that story, especially her ex-boyfriend Alb, who has stated since day one that Kim was in excellent health and spirits just days before everything happened. A few days earlier, they were all together, celebrating Quincy's big Netflix Christmas movie debut, and Kim was glowing, dancing, and laughing. She had no warning signs or chronic conditions that would have indicated anything serious, which is precisely why her unexpected death has always raised questions. She was just 47 years old, and Alb is certain that Kim was in the best physical condition of her life when she suddenly vanished without any prior notice, no farewells, and no autopsy images ever made public. People close to her claim that it didn't match up back then, and now that the court drama has surfaced, it looks even more sinister.
In the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, you know, all having a great time.
The coroner took weeks to even verify the alleged events, and now in 2024, federal prosecutors have dropped a bombshell. They discovered a flash drive that Kim had given to a close friend before she passed away. On it, there is a sealed letter containing Quincy's notes about her last days and possibly some video files. But insiders claim that what's on it could reveal much more than just family drama. He hasn't been silent either, I'm sure. He has been promoting an investigation into Kim's death in interviews and on social media. When asked if pneumonia was the cause of her death, he said without hesitation that it wasn't, and he even suggested that Diddy or someone close to him might have contributed to in 2022. Al believes that someone attempted to quiet him as well, and he is now demanding answers after nearly dying from unexpected multi-organ failure.
My ex is the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, you know, kind of warned me all along the way to, you know, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth, and I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
He was in excellent health, and we had just seen each other before she passed away, so we were truly celebrating. Christmas, our son's new Netflix unique, and, well, she was doing perfectly. Actually, we were all present at the gathering in the lobby at Netflix, I'm Sean, and you know all the kids. Enjoying himself, the coroner took weeks to verify what allegedly.
You're annoying.
Stay meeting.
Good. ETA on the way.
ETA on the way.
ETA what?
On the way.
Believe that.
It's just like yours.
Right now I got $4.6 million.
Well,
not after this moment.
Kinda.
Instagram new update, thank you.
That's what makes this life a journey.
Home family vacation.
In the midst of all the chaos surrounding Diddy, TMZ revealed another bombshell. Quincy and his brothers Christian and Justin almost threw hands with Ray J at a Halloween party. According to sources, it started when Ray J made some slick public, remarks about Diddy's arrest, and the brothers weren't having it. Things quickly heated up, and Ray J got all in his face, ready to throw punches. People weren't just shocked by the near fight, they were also shaken by how ride or die Quincy remains loyal to Diddy, despite everything that has happened, including the FBI raids on Diddy's homes back in March, Cassie's lawsuit, and that unsettling 2016 surveillance footage showing Diddy touching Cassie in a hotel hallway. When Jake Porter saw that hotel video, he expressed his disgust and asked whether the entire investigation was being brushed under the rug. Unlike Olb, however, Jake hasn't formally called for a new investigation, at least not yet. Meanwhile, investigators are searching through that flash drive, and they claim that it contains more than just letters and journals. It also contains specific, detailed information that could alter everything before Kim passed away. Not only were there reports that Kim was working on something significant, but she also reportedly informed a close friend that she was
volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely.
She felt like she was being watched and followed, and even claimed that her phone was probably hacked. According to the same friend, Kim, she wasn't just paranoid, she was gathering receipts, and some people think she was preparing to go public, just like Cassie eventually did. Alb did, however, leave a subtle hint that suggested Kim might have been following Cassie's path, with some believing she was getting ready to speak her truth and possibly even file charges. If that's the case, her sudden death in 2018 doesn't just feel sad, it feels calculated. Prosecutors now suspect that after Kim died, her Kiak laptop, phones, and even her journal were completely erased. But not everything disappeared. That flash drive was just the beginning, and investigators believe there may be more people. Kim may still have parts she passed on to her close friends or perhaps family, and this is where things get crazy. According to reports, some prosecutors think Kim might have been the first to come forward with information about a significant RICO case being developed against Diddy. However, before she could say anything, she vanished and things dwindled, until now, when the flash drive could blow everything up. Quincy, who's been faithful and kept his mouth shut, might finally lose it when he discovers what has been kept from him. He might discover that he has been taken advantage of the entire time. Albie isn't holding back any longer. He told Fox 5 that he's prepared to reveal everything in court. He asked whether he had placed a bounty on him, attempted to kill him, and, most importantly, that he thinks Kim was murdered. According to some sources, the flash drive may contain names, dates, and even video evidence connected to several individuals in Diddy's inner circle. Isn't just about dubious business dealings or small-scale drama. It could be about much more, serious crimes. Others assert that the flash drive is connected to coded messages sent through burner phones, hidden bank accounts, and offshore transactions. According to reports, the officials are investigating any links between Kim's information and the trafficking accusations. Quincy is now dealing with Diddy, while those close to him say he's struggling behind the scenes. They say that the breakdown in court wasn't just about grief, but also the weight of betrayal. If Kim was truly attempting to protect her children and someone close to her made sure her voice was silenced, how can Quincy forgive that he's been living under Diddy's roof, riding for the family in the Combs' name? But was he living in deception the entire time? Some claim that he is already separating from old posts were removed, social media became quiet, and even a few recent family appearances were skipped. Now, attention is turning to the people who remained silent. All those executives and longtime insiders who were constantly present but suddenly pretended not to have seen anything. But people online aren't putting up with that. People who were close to Diddy are beginning to disappear. Some have unfollowed him, others are scrubbing old photos, and still others are remaining extremely quiet. This is giving her up energy, and people are noticing that some insiders are even quietly feeding information to the feds in the hopes of saving themselves before everything falls apart. Social media has been calling out the silence, asking, where were these voices when Kim was crying for help? When Cassie went missing from the spotlight when lawsuits started piling up? In a frenzy, Diddy's legal team attempted to dismiss the ghost memoir as a hoax and asserted that the flash drive was filled with false information. But the FBI stepped in and verified that the metadata matched Kim's original devices. The timestamps all line up, and that sealed letter to Quincy, yes, it's in her handwriting, and she's not faking that, is in her handwriting. Now that Diddy's own children are split up and his twin daughters allegedly stormed out during a recent testimony by Christian, Diddy's biological son, with Kim, tensions are rising, but Quincy is sticking by Diddy. However, something has changed, because if Quincy flips, that's it. He lived under that roof, saw the real Diddy, was raised by him, but was loved by Ken, and that sealed letter might be the thing that breaks him. If other devices are uncovered by the FBI, or if those Kim trusted with backup files are located, Diddy's case has progressed beyond simple trafficking to include secrets, manipulation, and death. And for Quincy, it's about confronting a reality he's been shielded from for too long. The trial is currently underway, and Alb is undoubtedly locked and loaded and prepared to speak. The flash drive is officially in evidence, and the FBI is reopening Kim Porter's case from the beginning. If you've read this far, please leave a comment and let us know what you believe Quincy Brown will do. We'll be right here breaking it all down for you if this empire starts to fall apart, so press subscribe and turn on those notifications. See you on the next.